Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to trading, there is a smart way to make money and a stupid way to make money. More often than not, traders refer to positive days as the days they traded well, while the negative or losing or red P&L days are the days they traded poorly. That is not the case. The truth is, with trading, there's a way to trade intelligently and there's a way to trade stupidly. You are an individual. I don't give individualized advice, but I do try to help you figure out what you do best, and that is important. Anytime a scammy guru comes along and tries to say they have the greatest new thing, the greatest strategy ever, look, I'll even audit my P&L, and that's the way you're going to succeed. But 98% of the people fail around them. The guru you're following right now, if it's not me, is without a doubt failing the vast, well in the 90s of the people around him. Now, why is that? It should be pretty simple. You paid thousands of dollars for education. You know where to buy. You know where to stop. You know where to take your profit. So how would 98% of the people fail around that guru? It doesn't make sense. And in fact, usually the scammy guru is telling you that you need a better risk reward, maybe 2 to 1, maybe 10 to 1, 5 to 1. And it doesn't even matter what you risk. Sometimes they're risking a nickel and they'll make 50 cents and they'll be like, look, here's all the dollars you could have thrown at that. Yet, the number one common trait of a losing trader is they lose far more when they're wrong than when they're right. Mathematically, that's impossible. If you're taking a 2 to 1 risk reward, it would be impossible for you to lose more when you're wrong as opposed to when you're right, short of crazy things like the market halting and opening up at a lower price, of course. So, why is that? Why psychologically are these strategies destroying traders? Well, I am Mark Melnick. I am the Director of Trading Psychology here. And not only do I offer you the best education, but I psychologically try my best to help traders get to the next level. And we have more success here than any other service here in the industry. And I am not boasting. I'm just here to share the stories, like Law and Order, where they're like, and they like talk about like murder is a heinous crime. Here in New York City, murder could strike fear in the public. Here are their stories. And it's like, dun dun. And then they go into the thing. No, you guys don't watch Law and Order. That's all right. Neither do I. Let's get right into the Ask Mark Newsbeat show. We are going to share emails that we have received today from people. These emails are unvetted. So I do ask that all the people curse and talk crap about me. And we're going to go over real emails. This is something that I've been doing for a while. I haven't been doing this publicly for a bit. I haven't been showing you guys this publicly, but I am doing it now. So allow me to continue. Oh, thank God, some good news. Hi, Mark and everyone. I have good news. Mark, you asked me to write about this. So a couple weeks ago, all right. And by the way, just so we're clear, I always ask everybody in the room, if you're hurting, share your story with us. If you're doing well, share your story to help others. That is what I tell people to do every day. So a couple of weeks ago, I was down to $2,300 in one account and $79 in another one. Today, I'm up 5,870-ish between two accounts. I sent a picture of one. The way I got to this point was from watching your Ask Mark shows, much like the show that you're watching right now, taking in key things that apply to me to focus on from what you talk about, watching how others trade who's really good, and a lot of other things that came from other members' emails. I'm not a good record keeper when it comes to all of the trades, but I am fortunate enough to have a good memory, and that's what saves me honestly. I'm not trying to sound like a contrarian, but as you always say, learn what you do well. A couple weeks ago, I still didn't know much about what I did well. So I thought, well, what if I think about the things I don't do well? That's one of the key things, too. There's plenty of those to draw on. Then collect them and stop doing them to narrow down to see if it makes the things I do well emerge. I found I can't do 5-minute strategies. I can't watch 9 charts. I get too confused and react to everything late. That's a very key thing that you're saying here. That's actually very interesting because I love when Scammy Guru, when she comes up and Little Princess goes ahead and she shows, her 10 favorite swing trades as she stutters them by, trying to help you, help a trader who can't even barely manage one trade, that you should get 10 trades and let the market just manhandle you in any way that, it seems fit, right? Do nothing and sitting there getting sad. I can't type fast. The list goes on. But the key things that I realized I sucked at were Street Fighter 2. No. Ha! No. Believing in myself about taking trades that work within my natural skill sets and taking profits. I looked at all the trades in my log, remembered them all very clearly, and saw a pattern that happened over and over. I'd sit there, see a trade go well, and think, should I sell now? If it was going up or going down, I'd just freeze in confusion until the trades would fall to almost no profit or to red. Bingo, problem found. So now I'm trying to implement a personal formula. So this is how he climbed and doubled his account in a short amount of time. So he realized what he was doing bad, and he's literally, instead of trying to say, I'm not really sure what I do well, which is what I tell people, he's like, I'm just going to try to eliminate the things I do bad, which is actually gets you the same response. It's like, you know, I know I'll give analogies later. If it's green plus, I don't know if I should sell equals just sell. Because I can't type fast, I started using multiple pre-populated Street Smart Edge all-in-one trade tools in a separate layout on a third monitor that all correspond to the charts I'm watching in TC2000. I can watch 4 charts, not get confused, click to buy and sell with no typing, problem solved. Considering the P&L change, I think this stuff kind of works for me, and that's the point. I always encourage people to figure out what works for you. Now, my experience, over 90% of the people, probably 95, 96, 97% of the people here will find that one of the strategies that I offer you for free for being a Newsbeat Live member just coincidentally happens to do what you do best. And this mentality, if you're wondering, this psychological mentality, and again, I find it funny, and I bring this up every time. If I asked you watching right now, what percentage of trading is psychology, most of you would give me an answer between 70 and 100%. So why would any imbecile spit chart patterns at you and pretend they're bringing you any form of value? I mean, the last time I showed you a chart pattern and an opinion in a video was on Monday, the 11th, and it was right here on Tesla, and it was Monday, November 16th, right over here, 11/16th. I did a video and I talked about Tesla going to $600. Right here. Look it up. That was the last one where I talked about it. True value. Not an imbecile running scans on, some scanning software and then spitting out 20 bullish and 20 bearish and 20, names that his girlfriend likes. Actual value. Not a trader who has zero ability to help you. Okay? And I have to point that out because don't think because the scumbag you're following makes money that he has or she has any bit of information or any bit of ability to help the masses, because they don't. What I do is designed to try to help as many people as humanly possible. Take any other service here, take any other one, look all around you, look all over Wall Street, round it off to the nearest 5, round it off to the nearest 10, and 100% of people fail that service. We should be focusing on that. Maybe you're not the problem. Maybe you're failing. Maybe you're losing money now. And maybe, just maybe, it's scumbags like us that are the reasoning and the problem, not you. You're responsible. I get it. You lose money. Nobody writes you a check. But if I take a gun and shoot you in the leg and you go and you have a hospital bill and you have to pay for the hospital bill, maybe it wasn't your fault that you had to lose the money for the hospital bill. Maybe it was a scumbag like me who shot you in the leg. Maybe I'm just sick and tired of it. Maybe I look at all these BS P&Ls all around me and I blow them out of the water, and I'm not sitting here flaunting it in front of your face, waving it like this, like look how good I do. Look, are you telling me that a basketball coach is the best basketball player on the field? Are you telling me a football coach is the best football player on the field? Are you telling me insert sport coach here is the best sports player out there? Are you telling me that's how it works? Because it doesn't. Maybe, just maybe, you demand a service that is more personable, less scammy, less swipey, less give me your money. Do more, earn your respect, earn your loyalty, instead of trying to flash you a number and trying to earn respect that way. You know how I respect, you know how I earn respect in the Newsbeat live room? And it's not having a face only a mother can love. You know how I really earn respect in the Newsbeat live room? People look at the money they make, people look at how their lives changing, and they understand it's a result of being in an environment like this. That's how I earn respect. You want to know how other people earn respect? They show you something flashy, they talk about a lot of money they make, and that's it. And then you swipe from that point forward. That's how other people try to earn respect. But if you don't believe me, if you think I'm making this stuff up, I just ask you to do one thing. Go to your guru. And all chat rooms have abilities like this. Don't let them lie to you. Ask them to just do, and I always go back to this, just very simply. Are you finding tremendous P&L consistency with my plays? And this number goes up, by the way, because this was the week that I asked right after my first open house, and traders were in my room for a week before they came in. Are you finding tremendous P&L consistency with my plays? Yes or no? Ask every other guru to ask that question and pose it in a room anonymously, screenshot it, and show it to you. Try that. See how far they get. I can't do that. I don't know. I don't think I want to do that. Because maybe your success is the number one thing that's important here. Tesla has been very good to me, and that's a big part of this. Again, November 16th video, go watch it right now. Last video that I put a price target on something. Am I right 100% of the time? Of course not, but I didn't see anyone else on Wall Street coming out before I did after they were being included in the S&P, putting a price target like that. I didn't see anyone else do it. Talking to others in the room about overnight and swing ideas has been huge too. Last, sticking to 1 minute strategies has been also key for me. So you are learning through what you do wrong, what you do best, and these 1 minute strategies are offered for you for free. I mean, you know what I would do if I were you? Because I don't share these 1 minute strategies with you here through YouTube and Facebook. Literally, sign up my room for $49. It's by far, bar none, the most important and best education that T3 will ever offer in their entire lives. Period. Try it. Oh, Mark is making such bold claims. Call me out on it. I'll take the Pepsi challenge. Explain to me why my education actually shows traders how to succeed without 400 pages, 200 pages, 100 pages of fluff and nonsense that bring traders not only nowhere, going nowhere means you're just going nowhere. It drives them through the depths of hell. Their P&Ls drown through lava right down through the ground. Tell me why that's happening to people. And not everyone succeeds, you'll tell me. Well, why are most of my traders succeeding? Okay, what about the ones that are losing? Well, what am I doing for the ones that are losing? Am I here every night with them trying to help them? Am I here every night with them answering their emails? Am I here every night with them trying to figure out what's going wrong and try to help them figure out how to get to the next level? That's a service that everyone deserves. That's a service that you should demand, accept nothing less. And if you haven't seen me for the past 5 months and you're like, Mark, where are these videos? Like you've been doing them all the time. Our room was growing too large. I just didn't want any more effing members. Ask anyone around me. I was telling people in the open house, don't join the effing room. Don't. Too many. Too many people I have to take care of and bring to the next level before, to me, it's not the swinging door of marketing like every other service here on Wall Street, where you have one line going in and another line going out and a little spinning door in the middle. Maybe I just said, stop the spinning door. We have too many people who are not leaving. They're making money and they're learning, and we're trying to bring them to the next level. Sorry, gates shut. Last, sticking to 1 minute strategies has been key for me. I'm not perfect. The only perfect person I met was my wife. I hold a little too long sometimes, but not like I used to. My new formula has been a big part of that change. My attitude is relaxed now because the clutter, the fear, the indecision was creating turmoil that's no longer there. It's starting to become fun. I have a longer way to go, but I still believe I'm actually turning the corner. Thank you, everyone. How many of you traders out there feel hopeless right now with the scammy guru that you're following? I do not believe in hopelessness. And yes, you might, and he's sharing what he does in, right? And again, these are real small accounts succeeding. We have people who are coming in here with $1,000 accounts, which are in the six figures now. I'm telling you, they get there. And look, maybe this person is just trying to build confidence before he just literally adds more money himself. Not the smoothest equity curve over here. I see you went down a little here and you were struggling over here, but you started coming back up again. And I see that you were a little higher. I get it, but you are 3 months, 180% return. 3 month change, 180% return. You can't have beef with that. Great job, great sharing. Keep up the great work. Congratulations on doing your own way, and thanks for bringing value by showing how you figured out what you do best by just eliminating what you do wrong. That is one of the ways that you can do it. I completely support people getting rid of what they do bad. Next. Hi, Mark. I'm in the process of switching to Street Smart Edge. I tried to trade the one and done on Roku at 9:31 at market in today. For some reason, Thinkorswim, Street Smart Edge, TD Ameritrade, they sometimes lag in the morning, sometimes they don't. That's what I've heard. That's besides the point. The software glitched out and didn't work. Congratulations. Yep. Call option was at 7:45. I was able to cancel it. It was a market order. Showed that the order didn't go through at around 9:31 a.m., but about 6 minutes in, the order confirmation pops with the order being filled at 9:31. By then, the option dropped pretty low. I was shocked, so I called support. I trade on Thinkorswim. It took an hour and 40 minutes to get support who kept repeating the definition of a market order. Oh, sounds like the scammy guru keeps repeating the definition of what a candlestick is and where there's more buyers and where the sellers have control. Wow. It's almost like a game of tug of war, right? That's disgusting. Who kept repeating the definition of market order, and then they told me that there's nothing they can do about it. Nice. And that next time, remember that market orders always execute. But you just said you are able to cancel it, but I guess it went through anyway, even though you canceled it. I tried to reason with him that I wouldn't have been able to sell the option either since it didn't even show up. Luckily, upon advice of Newsbeat Live members, remember, I don't give stock picks or recommendation advice, and neither does any Newsbeat Live member. We just talk to you. Which reminds me, anything I say in this video, kindly pause this and read it in its entirety, and only when you're done may you hit play. Thank you so much for reading this. Okay, moving on. Um, hmm. Luckily, upon advice, non-investment advice, and non-legal advice of Newsbeat Live members, I was recording my trade. I've emailed them the video, but I know that the trade is gone and I lost some money on it. I told them I'll be taking my business elsewhere. They told me I could, but it might be the same in other platforms too during morning hours. I mean, I'll tell you right now, I've never had, a position lag really for 6 minutes in Street Smart Edge. A lot of the prop trading softwares like they could go prop or not would be like Lightspeed, Sterling, um, Shitty Fusion. Platforms like that would really allow you, as a generalization, trade better during the morning hours. So I know people who are actually using those platforms for the first 5 minutes and then switch over to Street Smart Edge. I personally don't do it. I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing. I'm just telling you what I heard other people say. I told them I'll be taking my business elsewhere. They told me it might be the same on other platforms too during morning hours. I was able to speak to a manager, but I don't know what's going to happen. I thought I'd send this email just as a cautionary tale for folks using Thinkorswim. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sharing your story. Sorry you had to go through that frustration, and I do appreciate sharing your issues with us because they're obviously issues that others would share as well. Next, hey Mark. I'm in the market for a new PC. I know you talk about that some during the master video, but I was wondering if you or the Newsbeat Live member could give me some suggestions as to what they have slash prefer. I know you say you're not a tech savvy guy. That's correct. But neither am I. LOL. LOL. Any advice on what brand or specs to get from you or the room would be great. Love to know what everyone recommends. I'll tell you as a general rule of thumb, um, two video cards and spend no less than $2,000. That is two and 2000. That is my recommendation for most people, but talk to somebody who's tech savvy. This is how you usually don't go wrong. Spend at least $2,000 and get two video cards. Usually you do that, you're good. Any gaming machine too. Any gaming machine. Ugh, had caps lock on. Any gaming machine, and you're good. Now, I happen to have a very high-end computer. I'm doing broadcasting, I'm sharing monitors, I'm doing video, I'm doing a lot of things that are really unnecessary, I feel, for most people. You could always have somebody check the specs of the programs you're using and then recommend something to you. Obviously, I'm not that person. That's pretty much for me the easiest way to do it. I have good news for you. There is going to be so many Black Friday sales coming up. So if you're looking for a new gaming machine, I would take advantage of like a Cyber Monday or Black Friday. Like my wife still insists on going to like Best Buy and stuff or like these places and like waiting out line for these doorbusters. And I'm sitting there like thinking to myself like I couldn't do it. I would get too angry. I'd get way too angry. I'd be sitting there like, nice, welcome. Hi, sir, how are you? Help the old lady to her car carrying her bags. That's the person I am. And then somebody will shove me to get somewhere and I'll put him in a rear naked choke and he'll be unconscious on the floor and I'll be like, there you are, sleeping on Black Friday. What's wrong with you? Wake up. That would be me. That's why I'm not allowed to go out on Black Friday anymore. Personal problem. But lucky for people like me, they did invent Cyber Monday so I can buy my computer online. Okay, so there. That's I'm a non-violent Melnick, which is why I believe people should sleep if they get too frustrated, right? Take a nap, right? My Mata Leon. How many of you know what that is? Um, okay. And by the way, for anyone with software problems, I mean obviously contact Schwab. Hey Mark, I want to add to my email yesterday that you didn't get a chance to read, but I thought this would be helpful for anyone who may be experiencing the same problem. I haven't been able to trade effectively with Schwab for at least 2 weeks due to Street Smart Edge problems. I just had Schwab admit that they know of the problem and it won't be addressed until sometime in the first quarter of next year. Thanks. I have no idea. I'll tell you right now, the SSE problems that I have generally seen, and then again, it's a generalization. I know you're going through whatever you're going through, but I promise whatever you're going through is unique, which doesn't make it right, but it's unique. And I'll tell you right now, with your unique problem, I've never seen that before. I've seen people have issues throughout the day, but coming out and saying you can't trade effectively with Schwab, are you saying effectively for the first 3, 4, 5 minutes? Because that I understand. Throughout the day, Schwab works perfectly for me. As a generalization, yes, there's a one day, but I'll tell you with every, I mean, I've been trading on software since 1999. Everything from the Terminator, I get mad props if if you remember that one. The Terminator, um, you name it. Lightspeed. What was before Lightspeed? The company they bought. Whatever Sonic Trading's platform was. Was it the T2? I think it was called. Funny T3, right? T2. Um, Other platform. I probably used a dozen. I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 platforms. Old Souls Bandit here. You think you use the Terminator and you use T2? Yeah, some of the Newsbeat Live members know what I'm talking about. I've seen problems with platforms my entire life. That's the bottom line. I have not seen an issue like you're describing where you're just unable to trade effectively for 2 weeks. I've never heard of that before. However, they admitted the problem. They say it won't be addressed to next year. I don't know what that problem is per se. And that's just really frustrating, bro. Like I'm thinking, I'm trying to put myself in your shoes. I don't even know what to say. When it comes to tech problems, the only thing I could say is call them on the phone, and you did, and they're admitting an issue. I don't even know where to go with that. Maybe somebody in the room wants to share a different platform with you if you want, and you could try it. That's frustrating as crap, bro. I feel for you. Sucks. Hi, Mark. Thank you for inviting us to write to why Tesla was so hard to trade for some of us since the S&P 500 news was announced. For me, I have several issues of my own. I'll try to list them here. Not sure you can help addressing them all, but I hope they can be addressed because I am really struggling and wish I could someday very soon be able to trade fearlessly and consistency like Booth, Kelly, Harry, and many others in the room. Tesla is already near all-time highs after the split pump. It might drop fast randomly. This is the number one psychological problem, and this is probably why T3 made me director of trading psychology. They probably understood it was the most important thing for success in traders. But I will tell you right now, this raises every red flag that I know how to answer this. This is the most common thing. There is a common thing which I suffered from. And by the way, all these things I know, I suffered from. Well, I'm just talking from like battle scars. So I could prove it to you right now. How many traders right now? This is the same. You'll be the same trader like this gentleman suffers from. You see a stock go up a lot, and the only thing you could think about is shorting it because it's going to come down. Or you see a stock plummet a lot, and the only thing you could think about is going long because it's going to go up. Type in 55 if that is you right now. Type it in on Facebook, type it in on YouTube, type it in the Newsbeat live room. Go. See a stock go up too much, your brain is saying, I got to short this thing because it ran up too much. Or you see a stock plummet and it went down too much. And then you have some imbecile trying to explain to you why you should short it versus day highs because it's a good risk reward. How many people can relate with that? I used to be that imbecile. Me. But imbeciles still who are not me do it today. Okay. Psychologically, this is what's happening with you. You think you are ruler of the universe. It creates a fallacy of confidence, a false sense of confidence, where you literally think that somebody made you ruler of the planet and you get to decide how far stocks go up or down. Now, here's the problem with it. Psychologically, what happens is this, and this is how you blow up. This is how you blow up. You ready? You ready? This is how you think. Exactly, freight guy, right? It's a, it's like the stock climax. I was like, ooh, shouldn't that be like a rated X chart or something? Here, my kid's around. Don't look at the 5 minutes on the stock climax like people talk like that. Here's the problem with it. I'll show you. I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to show you right now the problem with it. I'll show you the problem with it right now. This is what happens. I'm not saying it doesn't work. Honestly, I've done this very successfully, even though that I had days where I probably lost like 20 times more than I would make doing it. I still probably made money well in the 90s on this strategy. You'd see a stock go up like this, up like this, up like this. And then the first thing you have to do is you have to stutter on your own words and you say, oh, it went up too much, or it's a climatic, or oh, a climax, or like climax. Like, whatever it is, whatever word you use, I don't give an F. You basically see a chart shooting up like this. The only thing you can think of now is shorting the thing because you pretty much tell yourself as it goes down, maybe I'll enter right over here on a short. I'll enter right over there on a short, is what you're thinking. And what you're going to do is you're going to set a stop here. Does this sound familiar? And then you're going to hope at that point, then you're going to hope at that point that the stock goes down here in your favor somewhat to cover. And then what usually happens, and it does usually happen, you'll get something like that, right? Rarely are you going to get something like that. It doesn't usually do that. Anything can happen, right? I've been around long enough where I've probably seen that, but you're pretty much dealing with that. You're pretty much dealing with that. And some imbeciles telling you to short here. And again, I used to be that imbecile. Like, how does Mark know that that's an imbecile thing? I was that imbecile. Since we're just keeping it real here, right? Trying to keep it honest and fair across the board. Call myself out when I need to. And I'll be like, enter on the black line, set a stop at day highs, this much risk, that much reward for this much risk, right? Here's the problem. And I'm going to tell you what happens. The problem is sometimes you're going to short it. You're going to short it, and what happens is after you short it right over here, let's say, and you're looking to short it right over here. I'm just going to show you how to just make a little bit of room to show you what's happening here and why this is a scam. It's a psychological scam. Mathematically, it makes sense, by the way, ironically, because mathematically, if you get stopped out here and you're willing to take a stop, you could even short it at a higher price and do the same thing again on the next candle, and the next candle, and the next candle until it works, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. Like, damn, how does Mark know this stuff? I was that scumbag. I was that imbecile. That's how I know. So look, so what happens here is a lot of times when you short it on the black line, the stock will actually just, even if it like goes up and down a little and you short there, it'll actually just shoot up again like this afterwards. And what happens is right over here, what I have found, your odds, if I were to guess statistically, and I have a very statistical mathematical mind, your odds of deciding to double down in that position right there instead of stopping out, your chances of that happening are probably 20-fold of actually just saying, all right, I'm just going to double in and then set a stop here. And you're doubling down into a losing position short. How many people right now can relate with that? Type in 77, where you short it because you're going to do a tight stop, but then it just ripped too quick. So now you have to just double down because otherwise your price looks stupid. Now all of a sudden you're shocked. Walt, Kevin, Nick, Denny, Eric, Mark, I can relate with that because I was that idiot. And instead of realizing the psychological damage caused by getting people into a strong stock, like losing money by shorting a long stock causes a lot more psychological damage than losing money buying a strong stock. Shorting a strong stock causes more psychological damage. So you're just fully psychologically toxic. So then what happens is when you do another trade, you're going to do that trade stupidly, or you're going to tear up too hard, or you're going to triple in because you already poisoned your brain. And now all of a sudden you're wondering why you're doing things you're not supposed to do. Sound familiar? Most of you, you're not idiots. Like when you guys double down in these positions, you know you shouldn't do it. And then all of a sudden, let me guess what happens to a lot of you. A lot of you all of a sudden become very holy. All of a sudden, you become like Mother Teresa. And all of a sudden, you're like, please, oh, please, just one time, let this stock go down. I promise I will never do it again. I should not be in this trade. I see my P&L down a lot. Please, if you can hear me now, please send the stock lower. Can anyone relate with something like that? Am I making this up? Because that was me. You guys can relate with that? How ironic. Kevin thinks I bugged as often, little clips or too many times. All of a sudden you start praying. Why would a professional guru, I was that professional guru at the time, why would a professional guru teach this if they know that it is the wrong thing to do? You know why? Because these professional gurus don't really care about you psychologically. They don't care if you blow out. Do they want you to blow out? No, of course they not. They're not. I don't think they're these evil people. They're just these greedy, selfish bastards. They're not evil. They don't want you to like. They don't want to know that one of their members was walking outside a banana peel on a banana peel, slipped and cracked their head, and go ha 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 ha. They're not like that. But do they really give an F if you make or lose money? Do they give a real F if the psychological damage that is caused by the trades in which they're teaching you? That was the whole point of the beginning of this episode, to tell you, yes, we're not responsible for your P&L. We don't write you a check and we don't request a check from you when you do well or not well. But at the same time, we destroyed you. We're responsible for destroying you because you see this person with a subpar, sub seven figure P&L, and he's sitting there acting like he's the world's hottest shit. And then you fall into it because you would love a small percentage of what that person is making. You swipe your credit card and you become just another number, and you get tossed to the side to the curb very quickly without the guru ever giving two F's about you, unless of course you want to spend $2, $5, $10, $20,000 for a mentorship. And then all of a sudden, Little Princess's mentorship, where she teaches you how to bake cupcakes and shows you 150 candlesticks and what it means and defines it. And then I will even show you how I trade, because you know how valuable that is. You know what? You know what really helped me become a professional NBA player? I got to watch LeBron James play, almost like I attended an NBA game. And I saw LeBron James go up to a professional player and right on top of his face dunk it right down, and looked at him while he was on the floor, while the ref called a foul on the person that was on the floor, and LeBron James went over to the free throw line and hit a bucket again. And I was like, wow, I got to watch LeBron James dunk a ball. All of a sudden, I'm LeBron James. So when you think you see these scumbag scam artists trade like they're doing you a favor, they're not. Because psychologically, they're in a different place. Psychologically, some of them don't even have families. They don't even have kids. They're not supporting anyone. So they're sitting there acting like, here you go. You have like, hi, I'm a dad. I've been furloughed from my job for this COVID stuff. My wife has been furloughed for her job. Terrible, God forbid, terrible virus, terrible disease, terrible everything. Our jobs, our lives got turned upside down over it. What do? I have 2 kids. I have 3 kids. I have 4 kids. I have 1 kid. I have 5 kids. I have no kids. I have to pay my bills, whatever it is. And I'm married and I have to take care of my family. And here I am trying to pay money to this scam artist, this profitable trader, trying to teach me how to trade. So in my stupid little head, I think that if I pay him money to watch him, that's going to make me a better trader. It won't. You have to figure it out yourself, and you need somebody to hold your hand and say, this is what you need to do to figure it out yourself. That's why I created the Bandit course. That's why I created the #1 selling course here at T3. Because watching is voyeurism. It's like that creepy person with the binoculars trying to look in the shower at that person taking a shower through the window. And then one day, just like in the movies, the person who's showering is like, and then she goes like this, and she goes, ah! And she goes ahead and she pulls the covers down. And that's what happens after your mentorship. You have 5 days of watching the person shower, and you're sitting there with your binoculars like, and then one day, after the mentorship ends, after 5 days, she goes, ah! And she pulls down the covers, and that's it. And that's it. And then you go back and you're like, I can trade. I can do this stuff. I watched that for 5 days. I'm good now. But now you can't trade. Don't worry. Make sure you leave your testimonial before you start trading for 2 months. That way, every positive testimonial that you leave will be used to scam the next person who comes in, even though it ended up doing shit for you. The only reason why I talk like this is because you know it's true. That's why I talk like this. Okay? So that's what's happening. So back to you, Bob. Back to the email, Mark. So when you're saying Tesla's near all-time highs after the split pump, it might drop fast randomly, that's because you have been psychologically poisoned by some scumbag around you. I have to delete that, Melon, because I'm going to end up laughing this whole time. That's utterly hilarious, but oh my God, bro, don't do that to me. You're killing me here. I don't even know how to delete it. Anyway, here, let me, just so I don't see it, I have to spam my own chat. Hold on. Okay, better. Look, so Tesla is already near all-time highs. You think it's going to go down. That's not the point. Why? Nobody made you ruler of the universe. After the split pump, already you're using a negative psychological terminology. You're using negative terms to define why Tesla went higher. Because Tesla shouldn't be trading this high. Despite the fact that I literally did a video on Monday the 16th, on November 16th, literally saying why Tesla's going to 600 bucks. Whether I'm right or wrong, so far I'm wrong. It hasn't gotten there, but I mean, this was the day I did it. Right here. Recorded video, real time. $600 price target on Tesla. Oh my God, why is Tesla doing this? Go through the video, I'll tell you why. So this is already a negative thought. We have to clear your head of this. It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong, if Tesla goes down or up. That's not the point. The point is you feel it should go down because it was a split pump. It was a split pump. It might drop fast randomly. Yeah, yeah. It might drop fast randomly, right? And it might pop randomly fast. I would lean towards the latter, not the former. That's a negative thought. We need to clear that. We need to do psychological cleansing of your brain to get rid of that negative toxic thought. Now let me move on. S&P 500 was going down yesterday. So again, because the S&P 500 was going down and Tesla is currently not in the S&P 500, you somehow drew some magic correlation. The same correlation like Scammy Guru over there has a $7.2 million P&L, but he really wants to show me what he does on his little bullshit overnight trades or in his little bullshit service for $49.99, $199, $299 a month. Funny how people draw relationships from things that don't have any correlation. And if you guys are watching this, like, if you think like this frustrates me, you hear it in my voice, like I'm so passionate about it. Yes, because these people are destroying people's lives. These gurus you signed up for that lost all this money for you, and even though it's your responsibility, you lost it yourself. I get that, but the methodologies they taught you poisoned you. And yes, that pisses me off because your families and your life is worse now as a result of them. Their lives are better, by the way, as a result of you. Just thought you should know that. If it makes you sleep better at night, don't worry. Keep asking how much money they made. Today, Tesla was already up above its all-time high and gap up. So stock is strong, goes through all-time high, so it should drop, right? On step 3 here, right? That's the insinuation. I'm afraid of losing money, even if a small amount. That's because you're inconsistent right now, and you want to be a trader. That's respectable. I have trust issues, unidentified personal fear. No, you should have trust issues. How many gurus, you know, have misled you to the point where you don't even trust your own decisions anymore? So if you have trust issues with yourself, yeah, how could you not? You know, Mark, I might have been born on a Monday, but I wasn't born yesterday. You know, like I constantly see how the trade could go wrong prior to clicking the buy button. Okay. You need to find out what you do well and do it. Tesla often drops really fast. I'm not fast enough to get out with a small loss. This I disagree with. People in their 70s, 80s doing what I do here. Are they quicker than you? I don't believe you're an unintelligent person. I believe traders are very intelligent people on average. I don't believe that. Maybe the way you're set up makes you feel this way. I take too long to execute. Often you got out when I'm ready to get in, which is the same as for when taking loss, kind of set it in. You have to react yourself. And you don't take too long to execute. That's you doing something wrong. Execution, for me personally, I can't tell you what to do, involves pressing one button on my mouse. Click, I'm in. Oh my God, you're in a position. How do you get out? Click. How do you buy and sell, Mark? How did you buy and sell Tesla all day to absolutely crush it? Click, I'm in. Click, I'm out. Click, I'm in. Click, I'm out. I actually made a joke today that, the way that I'm killing this market right now is am I really a good trader? Or am I just pressing two buttons? And it was a joke But the point is, that's what I'm doing to execute. So when you tell me you take too long to execute, I want to know how long it takes you to press the left click on your mouse. Now, if you tell me you don't have the strength in your finger to push the left click in your mouse, I can open your mouse and lube it for you with a little bit of olive oil. Lube it up, just like that, right underneath the button, and then you'll need less pressure on your finger to point it. Maybe, God forbid, you have arthritis. Maybe, God forbid, you have arthritis. And maybe it's hard for you to press the mouse button. But that's the next conversation in which we're getting to, just so we're clear. When you say you don't have it, you do. I I disagree with this. I'll give you a chance to prove me wrong. But I'm telling you where I'm coming from, and we can have an open discussion about this one. You take too long to execute. I think you accidentally said the number 7 here, so I'll delete that. How can I be like every successful trader in the room where they trust the trade that will work out because these traders understand what they do best? I paper traded a lot in the past months, but I'm not able to trade when I know when real cash is on the line. I'm grateful for any help that you can throw my way, Mark. Really appreciate your time and effort. Thank you again, Mark. You know what? This person has been a member for a while. This person has been a member for a while in our room. You know what I'm thinking? You know what I'm thinking right now? Hold on, I'm going back with him. Hold on, I'm looking in my mail. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to go back to the first email this gentleman wrote me. Then I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do for him right now. All right. Here is the first email. This is the first email he ever wrote me. And this is back in January 3rd, 2018. Almost 3 years ago. Hi, Mark. I am a listener on YouTube. This is by the way, all the emails I read are pretty much today, except for the couple I forgot yesterday. This is actually from 3 years ago, just so we're clear. I just highlighted and copied it. Hi, Mark. I'm a listener on YouTube. I'm interested in the deep discount you mentioned. Please send me more info. That would be very helpful as I do not yet trade. I do not yet have the money to trade and I'm saving up for an account. I'd love to listen and learn though while I save up. Thank you. All right. I think this is intervention time. I think this is intervention time. I can't legally tell you guys to do anything, but what I'm thinking is maybe we take this dude right here. Maybe. I think this is the same dude, right? I think this is the same dude, right? Is it? I don't know. Hold on. No, maybe that's not the same dude. Hold on. There's something I'm going to do here really special. Hold on. Let me see. Just need to know how old of a member you are. That's it. I'm sorry. He's a member since May 14th. No, that wasn't. That is not him. This is his first email ever. Sorry, I read the wrong email. But this one is from May 13th, 2018. So 2.5 years old, approximately. Hi, Mark. I'm a new member and would like to join the open house. My friend Rob Robinson, is his middle name Robert? My friend Rob Robinson is referring me. I also have been following you on the Newsbeat live every Sunday through Thursday. Hope I can join your open house. Please let me know how I can be part of the open house. At the moment, I have no links or sign in or sign up. Thank you. All right. So that was the first email he wrote. I'm thinking, look, this dude is psychologically toxic. Right now, he's afraid. He's trading on scared money. I say we hit him up. I say we PayPal the dude. I'm going to PayPal money. Can't guarantee he uses the money for anything. I say we PayPal him, send him a modest sum of money, let that be money that he uses to get to the next level. And maybe we help him with a modest account. I don't know how big it would be, but basically he takes the money and he could do whatever he wants with it. I can't legally tell him to do anything. My thought is if he wanted to, on his own regards, he could open up an options account and trade with money that he wouldn't be afraid to trade with and be able to follow the strategies. How many people in the room are down for that? Again, you could say no, you don't have to say yes. I respect it. He's been a member since May 2018. He is absolutely struggling. And I'm thinking, send the dude some money and let him open up an options account and not trade scared. So, a lot of people are saying yes, they're down in the room. If you want, you can send me your PayPal information. I understand that you're going through a lot of psychological toxicity and whatnot. The only thing I ask is that, you can only lose 100% of the money you put in. You're not going to be shorting any options. You're just going to have level one access. If you were to do this, again, I can't tell you to open up an account. And if you were to take this money and open up an account, maybe you wouldn't have scared money, but you're suffering from tremendous psychological toxicity. I'm thinking I'll also send you some gifts. Maybe I'll buy you a Philip Stein bracelet if you don't have one already, but I need you to reach out to me and answer these questions and be able to help you get to the next level. Okay. All right. Oh boy, I don't want my wife to kill me. Let's move through these emails. All right. Hello, Mark. So past 2 days, one and done has paid me pretty fat. Lag is okay. Can I go back to slamming? Bro, I can't legally tell you if you could go back to slamming in things. I mean, you asked me slamming when it comes to the market. Last week it's slamming on your rotation. Bro, you're asking me too many personal questions. I can't answer these things. Also, I've been thinking about packing all my crap and going to another country or state and just YOLOing it. Another country. It's a great place to trade Street Smart Edge, bro? Canada. They love Street Smart Edge there. Bro, what are you. I can't tell you where you should reside. I hate it here. He lives in Los Angeles. Pretty much in Los Angeles, 24/7, it smells like a fart. It's pretty much you walk outside like, who farted? Nah, bro, it's just the air. It's like that's like Los Angeles. But anyway, I hate it here. I can trade from anywhere in the world. So what the F am I doing here? Thanks for micromanaging me again. Smiley face, I love you. I was a little toxic today. I'm trying to look out for your best as always. Um, all right. I mean, you're up to 111,000, you know, looks a lot better than 1,500. You had a four-figure account, then a five-figure account, now a six-figure account. You made $1,600. I know you had a very hard day. Um, you know, if you have zero problems ever and you feel like going heavier, that's your decision. And I see that you are very toxic today and you're having a hard day and everything. I mean, still you have something to show for it. But at the same time, I'm skeptical of this. How about your family? How about your mother and father who brought you in this world? How about them? You're gonna just bounce and YOLO it. You only live once. You would break their hearts, is what you would do if you went ahead and you packed up and left just because you now have a skill that you've never had before and you're living like a little gangster over there making real money with us. You see, a lot of us in the room here while we're making this real money, we're supporting a family, we're supporting people, we're doing this. Your parents, you leave, that'll be the end of them. You will regret that decision for the rest of your life. Now, if you're talking about packing up with your parents and going with them somewhere, have a different conversation with me and I'm willing to listen. But don't you dare leave your family behind. You'll be back in 6 months and send them money. I don't like the sounds of that, but again, you can do what you want. I don't want you leaving your family, but I can't tell you what to do. You're going to be an adult in 2 years. When you're 21, you could decide to leave your family or not. All right. Um, he's over 21. Hi, Mark. Just wanted to let you know I really appreciate your style of day trading with options. I used to trade with Raging Bull, Kyle Dennis, very nice guy, but really did not teach how to get in and get out of trades. Somehow I lucked out and found you before I drained my account and decided to give up. This week, I don't. I know who Kyle Dennis is through the advertising, and he takes pictures on airplanes and shows that he makes seven figures, just like a lot of us gurus here. Um, again, pathetic marketing campaign. To me, that's evil. Flashing your P&L, flashing a picture with you in front of planes. Uh, Kyle used to be a nobody. Then he discovered this one little trick, this secret code, this secret strategy. Now he's a millionaire and he wants to charge you money to follow him. Okay, gotcha. This week I made several trades averaging about 10 scalps with only two or less losses. I am getting used to quickly exiting out when the trade doesn't go on my way and re-entering with another setup or move on to another stock. I've been getting more skilled at front running your chart resets. Chart resets and front running are two unique strategies that we invented here in the Newsbeat live room that we do teach for members for free because we don't believe in nickeling and diming you every step of the way. We don't believe that to open the next door into Mark's realm, you have to either A, be my boyfriend, or B, swipe your credit card again. So you come in here, we give you as much as humanly possible. All right. I'm getting used to quickly exiting out when the trade doesn't go on my way, and re-entering with another setup or move on to another stock. I've been getting more skilled at front running your chart resets. I also like the Mark 5s. I'm not sure what my percentage is over the last couple months, but I'm sure it's better than 70%. I have not done as well on the one and done. That's okay. I've had issues not getting filled right away while I watch the stock moving up. That's why I'm scared about you slamming it into the one and done spoof. Then moving back down and I quickly try to cancel. Sometimes it fills me anyway, and sometimes the cancel request goes through. I also trade with Schwab. Love them except for the first few minutes of the open. I also notice the spreads are usually terrible for the first few minutes, so I'm being content with just waiting for the many other setups you have been teaching us in the room. A little about me. I'm a 60-year-old man. I first started trading about 10 years ago. I bought a trading course from Stephen Kubian. I don't like to name drop because I don't like to. All I'll say is I have yet to meet one other guru in the industry, not one who truly gives a crap about the traders they teach. They only care when it's convenient for them. When it's inconvenient for them, they disappear, and then they have to. Their lives are too important. Being a guru, what I have learned, and I've been doing it longer than the people you're mentioning here. As a guru, I don't know how long they've been trading. I've been trading 21 years, guru for 13, going on 14. But let me tell you, as a guru, you have to dedicate your life to the people who are subscribing to you. You have to dedicate your life. I call you guys my second family because I spend more time with you guys than I do with my real family. Unlike other gurus who have to make more time for their boyfriends, more time for their girlfriends, more times for the things that are important in life, which you are knocked down the chain and the ladder. And that's another reason why you have problems succeeding because it's easy for them to put you in the back of their mind and use you as an afterthought. People and traders deserve more these days. They deserve more of the guru's time. They deserve not to get nickeled and dined. They deserve to have as much access as humanly possible for whatever they pay. You ever hear under promise, over deliver? That doesn't exist anymore in our industry. That's why I'm here to change it. I first started trading about 10 years ago. I bought a trading course from someone which had um, some valuable info, but I had to learn when to get in and when to get out on my own. I had some very good trades when Obama was elected on a second turn, betting swinging on the pot stocks. Then I went to Raging Bull, which didn't work out for me. Then I found you and tried the free week and was impressed, not only in your trading, but also in your compassion with people in the room and your dedication to helping us. I'm so grateful I have found you, and I'm hoping I can be another one of your success stories in the future. Thank you, Mark, for teaching me and bringing me to actually enjoying trading and helping me to have something to look forward to in my retirement years, which are around the corner for me in a few short years. Sincerely, gentleman who wrote this. Thank you for the email. Hi, Mark. I so appreciate all you do for us. I've been making some real progress based on your encouragement in the last while. Thanks. Thought I'd share a lesson that I learned overnight. I always appreciate that. Yesterday, I just missed selling a Tesla $520 call for $15. As things seemed ripe for an overnight, I held on. Well, as you say, that was psychologically harder than someone might think. Exactly. I checked it twice after hours and it was up. But that only used emotional energy. What if it comes back down? Exactly. Then this morning I found it hard to watch as Tesla dropped $5 between 9 and 9:30. I made 66% on the option, but at what cost? I did a little analysis afterwards. The option that I actually came back to my night before target. I could have bought it this morning, still made the 66% without the toxicity. I've attached a screenshot to show the situation. Again, thanks for your psychological encouragement. Interesting. Thank you for the email. So I guess basically he's showing a chart here where he could have entered Tesla, but he could have entered it this morning, probably over here, I'm assuming, which is why he circled it. Why he circled it down here. So I'm assuming he could have bought it here as opposed to buying it over here, which you could see the stock with the tails here were at similar prices. And he still could have made the money without taking it overnight, despite the fact that he would have made the same amount of money. He could have done it in the morning without the psychological stress from the night before. Totally get it. Thank you for the email. Appreciate it. Next email. Mark, have you tried using your strategies on tick charts? No, I haven't, but I've used tick charts like back in like 2001. If so, I'd like to hear what you discovered as far as success, time and trade accuracy, psychological toxicity, or anything else you might have discovered. Was it practical? Was it too fast, too slow? Sorry, I failed to include this question in the previous email. Thanks, lady who wrote this. I don't use a tick chart anymore. I think you could sort of set this for like a tick right here. I think you could set it for a tick chart and you just see go do 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 do. Like I know what a tick chart like looks like. Right over here, you could set it for tick. You could just see it like ticks up and ticks down and ticks up and ticks down. I don't personally use it. However, when I do get back to my cocaine binge days, which never existed because I never went on a cocaine binge, but when I do return back to those cocaine binge days, I'll make sure that I'll do a tick chart again. So I can always see something moving on my screen. All kidding aside, I haven't used it in a very long time, like almost 20 years. Let's see. Hi, Mark. I've seen some recent Newsbeat shows where people are not aware that they're still holding positions. Due to some issues with SSC not executing my sell orders, I added a little position window to my SSC layout based on your layout. This saves me the step of clicking the position window just in case and then could get out of a trade quicker. It's also a visual thing. I know a position is there since there's no white space in my peripheral vision. I don't ever need to look at the details just sell to close again. Hope this helps someone. So he literally altered his SSC layout so he doesn't accidentally hold a position. And he's basically showing right over here his altered SSC layout based on my layout here. See exactly what he's doing. He has the level 2 of the stock here, calls here, puts below. So he basically condensed everything. He made the option, the call window and the put window a little smaller. He pushed off the charts to the side, added a second chart, and then put his account detail, his account situation with his trades, as well as his open position window right over here. It looks cool. Is anyone interested in this layout? If you are, I'll ask the gentleman for it. I don't have the layout. I will have to have the gentleman send it to me, and then T3. All right, somebody's asking me to remove my face so you can screenshot. Go right ahead. If you want to screenshot it, you could do it yourself too. I think it's pretty straightforward what he's doing here with the boxes. So you could go ahead and screenshot it now if you want. And what I'm going to do for if you're watching online, whatever, if you like it, personally for me, I'm going to stick with what I do. But what I'm going to do for you guys in the room right now is, drum roll, I'm going to go ahead and upload it for you guys right in the room right now. And hold on. Let me go ahead and do it. There you go. I'll even put it in the room drive. Upload new. 11:23. All right. And it's also in the room drive. Enjoy. You don't even have to screenshot it. Appreciate you looking out, brother. Appreciate you sharing what you do. Thank you. Mark, I took the Zoom 437 and a half calls at, I'm assuming 10:01. I'm a little confused when you don't use Eastern Standard Time. For 12:40, got out at 8:02 market order for a loss of $1.10. I thought I exited at the top of the 8:01 candle, but I had a pretty large loss when the order executed at the top of the 8:02 candle. I front run this trade and thought I had a 20-cent gain. Does this happen often with Zoom? Yes, it's why every single morning I say Zoom and Roku have been really giving bad fills recently. Like I literally say it in the pre-market. I've said it like I think the last 3 trading days in a row. I don't know why that happens, but I see that happen all the time when sometimes certain stocks give you bad fills. I have an easier time. Um, if I have a good setup, I'm going to, do better on a Tesla, for example, than a Zoom. I think Tesla is easier to trade for me than Apple, by the way, because you get such good price improvement. I've even had situations where the stock was trading lower after I bought the calls and still make money because of the good price improvement. And then stocks like Zoom, on the flip side, when I'm up money, sometimes I sell and I take a loss. So I've had it both ways. I've had it both ways. All right. All right. But last email, somebody I believe struggling here. We'll just do the last email here, and then it's kind of a long email. I'll breeze through it. Hey Mark, it's been a while since I've wrote an email. Been meaning to write this for a while. Wasn't sure how you would be able to help, but here it is. Well, let's find out. I've been following all your videos in the Newsbeat live room, trying to soak in as much of your mentality and methodologies as possible, and following your advice for traders, like getting rid of toxic things in your life or a room where you trade, helping others more, setting up my trading platform. I found a lot of that to help me feel less stressed in my life and help build my confidence to trade. I remember you asked in the room during a Newsbeat Live, asked Mark, what more can you do to better help struggling traders? And it really hit me. Yes, I do ask, what can I do to help the struggling traders in the room? Because I always have to improve, even if the majority of people around me are consistently profitable off what we do here, which is something that I'm sure no other room is even remotely close to right now. I still need to improve. I can't be there's still more I can do, which is why I ask these questions. What can I do better to help struggling traders? Well, I'm a Canadian trader. I remember I told you move to the US, but who knows if that's even good. We already have a trader who's looking to move out. Maybe changing places, part two, you and Booth, huh? Maybe? No? Yeah? Well, I'm a Canadian trader, and the big issue is that I live in Canada. I mean, the big issue I have is the fact that it seems as though us Canadians or some of those outside of the US are kind of left out in Europe because we don't have the ability to use Schwab. Most people do. Schwab is usually available for most parts of the planet, for the most part. Just your shitty country and maybe a few others. No, but a lot of you guys use interactive brokers. Um, and you have amazing beer there. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of better things in Canada than the U.S. Trading's not one of them. Um, since we're having an honest conversation, we don't have the ability to use Schwab, a big factor for success. And it seems like when you talk about our situations, it seems as though we're on our own in a lot of ways. so I remember your situation, and your situation is that you lived in Canada. So I was going out of your way to try to help you figure out Interactive Broker. I remember you were talking about Quest Trade, which charges you like some obnoxious fee to do it, and you weren't a fan of that. So I was, you were mentioning Interactive Broker, so I was trying to help you find somebody who had a setup with it. I wasn't telling you to do anything. It almost like for me to have paid the annual and trade in the room, it's kind of a loss. I don't mean it in a harsh way. I just couldn't find a better way to say it. It's a good email. Like there's no real way to help us Canadian traders. We have successful Canadian traders in this room. Maybe I'm being a little dramatic, but I sort of feel that. Maybe a little dramatic. But here's the thing, and I'm happy you're sharing this email that I get to share with everyone here. You're going through something where it's like you're here for a year, you feel like you weren't able to grow, and maybe the room was kind of a loss, despite the fact that there was a lot of improvements with your life by removing psychological toxicity. Um, you haven't written me an email in a long time. So I can only follow up with you when you write with me. If you say, hey, Mark, it's been a while since I wrote an email, been meaning to write this for a while, but wasn't sure how you would help. I mean, that's sort of weird because I am the most helpful guru that I know in the industry. Why? Not because I'm the best, but because I simply put in the time and effort. While other gurus are making out with their boyfriends on the beach right now, getting their nails done by their girlfriend, as I say endearingly, I'm here answering emails live right now. And for you to just say, you know, it's been a while since I did it, since I wrote an email, you've been meaning to write one for me, which is the important part that you didn't write. If you were meaning to write it, then there was no reason to write it. Then I have to think everything is fine. But obviously things were not fine. You've been meaning to write it for a while, and you weren't sure how I would be able to help you. So by saying you're not sure how I'd be able to help you, I don't even know how to respond to that. It's like you saying, Mark, I haven't reached out in a while. I've been meaning to reach out to you, Mark, but I wasn't sure how you were going to help me. And it's like, well, I mean, I can't help you unless you write out that email, right? So let's see. So I'm not finding what you're saying harsh. I'm just honestly a little bit upset that you didn't reach out sooner with this sentence here. But that's okay. Let's go on. I haven't been trading in your room for a while now for that reason because I thought there maybe is a better way because I've been blowing out accounts for months and I've been trying to develop my own strategies in the Forex market because I felt there would be lesser financial burden for me to trade, right, the commission structure, and not having to worry about my trading platform and that I would have more hope. I think that when I trade in your room, have to I'm assuming you're saying when you trade in my room, you have toxicity because I'm in the mentality of I have to make enough profit to pay off my market data fees for my trading platform. That's why most prop traders struggle too. So you're right. You are trading a very toxic platform. I spoke to you on the phone. I mean, how many times have we spoke on the phone? Two or three times already? I called you in from Canada to see how you were doing and everything. I think that when I trade in your room, because yeah, you're trying to make enough profit to pay your commissions. That's ridiculous. And my charting platform data and charting fees on TradingView. I have a small account, less than 5 grand, and I don't have room for any mistakes, or I'm trying to make enough profit to pay for another annual subscription before my time is up near the end of December 2020. Something I noticed through my journey with Forex, and by the way, I don't think I made a Forex trade this year, just so we're clear. It used to be something I did a while ago. Haven't done it in a while, but I'm still with you, bro. I'm just something I noticed throughout my journey with Forex, I've been actually showing myself I could come up with simple strategies like yours, but I'm also realizing more and more what you look for in a setup when it relates to the volume, candlestick formations, the news, and why one name has more conviction over the other. So, with that newfound knowledge, I've been listening in on the Newsbeat live broadcast in the first few hours of the trading day to get a feel for the stock market and your strategies again, and I want to come back fresh. I feel that I see what you are looking for in a trade, which I believe could better my results this time. But I don't know. It feels like I've learned so much from you and I don't want it to go to waste and I'm scared to fail again, but I feel I can do it. It's hard for me to go back to the stock market because of all the financial burden stuff I mentioned with market and charting data fees and having a small account rel- relatively. With Forex, it's there it's there is like none of that burden, but it's tough because it's hard to find your consistency because I don't have the news flow side to add to my trades. Mark, I want to make this work so bad I dropped out of school for this. So did I, ironically, when I was 19. And I've been out of my two jobs because of this pandemic. I'm really sorry about the whole thing. This virus has been devastating for people and it's heartbreaking. We've done so much charity work and I feel you, bro. So I'm sorry about that. And I've dedicated so much time to this job of trading, but there's so many times I said I was close to making it, and it seems that I keep taking steps back. And the same thing in Forex, but then inconsistency slaps me in the face in a blown account. Your input and anyone in the room would mean so much. I'm just backed into a corner here, and it seems like all odds are against me. From past trading results, I seem to do the Mark Fives the best and know your limit trades, and did a lot of chasing of BS because of FOMO and getting anxious just to make money, or a slow platform, so I get in late. Not sure if it's the platform that's slow or my laptop. I want to write more, but maybe another time. Thank you for reading. I'll attach some of my trades from previous months for you to see as I haven't been trading for a while. Then I don't need to see it. So so from what I can garner, and this is a very powerful email, and then I do have to go after this, but what I can garner is, you've learned so much, you made so many positive life changes, but the biggest problem that you're going through right now, the biggest problem that I could see, and correct me if I'm wrong, the biggest problem I see of what you're going through right now is that you literally see yourself growing. You literally see yourself getting there, but the data fees um, for excuse my French, you know, living in your shitty country, sacre bleu, is charging you an arm and a leg to trade. So a lot of traders in Canada who do trade in this room successfully use interactive brokers. So I know I did a video at some point. I'm not sure if you saw it or not. Somebody was sharing their interactive broker layout. You have to make it quick. I don't know about um the thing, but here's somebody actually saying from Canada. No, this is a Newsbeat Live member just put it in. No offense to the gentleman. I'm in Canada. I use CIBC for my trading. Slow and clunky, but it works, and I'm very profitable and only on stock trades only. The room and the lessons are what help me. It's about applying what we have in front of us. Maybe take a look in the mirror and be honest. Are you doing what is necessary and follow the strict rules as laid out from Mark Strategies? Sending you best wishes from a fellow Canadian. Dot 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 A. Look, um, I don't know what you're doing right and wrong, to be honest. By just tell me, this is, I know you showed me some old trades. The market changed dramatically post COVID, during COVID, through the beginning of COVID, from the bottom of COVID in March to where we are trading today in, November. I don't know what you should or shouldn't do. I can't tell you confidently that you should sign up again for my service. At the same time, I can't tell you I'll still go out of my way whether you decide to stay in the room or not. Um, I can't tell you. I don't even know what platform you're trading on right now. You haven't even shared it. All you said is you went to Forex and you sort of fell off the map for a bit. You explained why. I get it. You're saying my strategies work in Forex. Maybe. I haven't traded Forex all year as admittedly so. But, at this point, you can obviously see your growth. You obviously see your growth. You're saying right here, I feel that I see what you are looking for in a trade, which I believe could better my results this time. I don't know. Neither do I. It feels like I've learned so much from you, and I don't want it to go to waste. I can't tell you if Forex is your best direction. I can't tell you if trading at all is your best direction. All I can tell you is that a lot of things change. So what I want to do for you now is I'm not even sure that you were able to watch the front run videos. I'm not even sure you were able to watch the front run videos at all. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to send you my two videos in your email. I don't even know if you're watching this right now. just so we're clear. But this has been a game changer for me. You said you haven't traded in months. My strategies are dynamic. My strategies change. I shift them when I need to shift them. Why? Because I'm not a lying scumbag and pretend that the same old bullshit works in every single market environment. That's why. If you were looking for a straight up answer there. So, um, I'm going to go ahead and reply to you right now through your email. I'm going to share you the strategies in which we do in this room. This strategy, I mean, I might be making millions of dollars on this strategy that I'm sharing with you now. Millions. Okay? And I don't need to be the scumbag who flashes a P&L to make you like me. And you know that. So here. Here. Where is that? Right here and right here. I think I might be able to make 20 to 50 million dollars in the next 2, 3, 4 years, maybe, using this front run strategy. Some people might be making more than that. I'm guessing. I'm guessing. That's my guess. I'm sending it to you right now, though. I want you to watch it. It's free. I'm not charging you for it, just like I don't charge anyone else. It's not personal. It's not because I like you that I'm not charging you. I'm not charging you because I'm not nickeling and diming you every 2 steps of the way to pretend like I'm going to try to help you become a successful trader. I'd rather answer you straight up, straightforward, tell you what I think. I appreciate your email. I appreciate where you're coming from. I'm answering you honestly. Watch those videos. Tell me what you think. Email me again. That is the best thing. My wife is telling me to come. I'm gonna F and kill you. No, she didn't say that, imagine. Head up, please. Thumbs up with a fingers crossed. It's 8:52. Come with several E's at the end. All right. I don't need a black eye. I'm gonna go see my wife. Bottom line, I do hope you guys enjoyed this very special Ask Mark show. Happy trading, make money. We'll see you guys next time. Links in the description if you want to join us in the Newsbeat live trading.